This video is sponsored by Wise.
Crack on.
Can't be arsed.
What's he on about?
Let's put the kettle on.
Hey guys, I'm Eric.
And I'm Grace. We're the Wandering Ravens.
We're an American couple with a deep passion for all things British, and over the last couple of years, we have spent many months living in the UK. And so today, we're going to be introducing you to a massive list of all the things that we only started saying after moving to the UK, and getting exposed to British culture and the way you guys say things, which is not the same way as we say things back in Yankee land.
But before we continue, make sure you like this video, because for every like on this video, I will force feed Eric a spoonful of Marmite.
One of the primary Britishisms, which has really wormed its way into my vocabulary, is the phrase bog standard.
This YouTube channel is not your bog standard YouTube channel.
No, I like to think we are not bog standard.
We are above bog standard.
We are above the bog. This was a phrase we had never heard before visiting the UK, and I really like it. It's very useful. It describes things in a way that I don't know how to convey with American English.
Yeah, what would be the equivalent to that?
I guess the American equivalent of this would just be standard. It's a standard mug. Standard
super
cup of tea.
boring though. Like, you need something there to add a little fire, to just kind of like spice it up.
A little bit of spice.
Make it pungent.
Bog definitely does that.
Next up, we have one of my favorite Britishisms, which is can't be arsed. I use this one all the time.
You do.
I can't be arsed.
Every time I ask her to do something, can't be arsed.
I'm making a cup of tea, I can't be arsed.
I don't think there is an American equivalent for this. Do we say can't be asked? That doesn't sound so bad. 100%, the British word arse is a million times better than ass. The next thing, which we started saying when we moved to the UK, was proper. And I don't mean proper in the sense of proper manners, proper etiquette, behaving properly, but using proper as a way to say something being done. Well, actually, I guess the British way is using it as an adjective to describe things being done right, but it's just not in a way that we would. Like, yet again, bring in the teacup, a proper cup of tea.
You are a proper adult. It was proper rank to mean it was very disgusting.
We got a proper dog back here. Well, actually, he thinks he's part cat, so he's not a proper dog.
That's true. He does have cat-like behaviors. The next Britishism that we have adopted into our vocabulary is the word pop. For example, pop down, pop round, pop in.
It's funny because when we first moved to the UK, I think we said that ironically. You'd be like, hey, let's pop down to the cafe. Let's pop down to the pub. We're so British. And now it's just part of our vocabulary.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop down to the shop. And speaking of shop, the next phrase that we have incorporated into our vocabulary is shop. In the past, before we had visited the UK, we would call the shop the store or the grocery store. I don't think I ever called anything a shop.
No. Yeah, a shop would be something very small and boutique.
Yeah, and even then we'd call it a boutique or a tiny store.
A tiny store, a micro store. That's not what we call it in the US. I guess it is a little bit less explanatory than grocery store, but why use that many words when you could just use shop? The next British phrase that we've adopted into our vocabulary is taking the piss. I must admit, for the longest time, I actually didn't know how to use this correctly. I was like, how does one put this into a sentence and it sound right?
Of the phrases on this list, this is one that I definitely say a lot more than you do.
Yeah, you do.
It's a habit by this point. Because I think this also describes a thing that we can't really describe in American English. It's just joking. I was just joking. But that's not the same thing as taking the piss. I hate the phrase joshing, but that's what some people say. I was just joshing you.
Kidding is fine, but joshing is horrible.
Yeah, but taking the piss, that is just so much better.
Oh, I thought of another one. Poking fun at, but that's usually in a negative. Like, if you're poking fun at someone, then that's a bad thing.
Taking the piss, on the other hand, lets people know that you were playfully
ribbing.
Playful ribbing. Ribbed for your pleasure. Playfully.
Oh no. The next Britishism is a bit. Some people might be like, well, you say a bit in America too, but I think the frequency that we say the word bit has been amplified a lot since moving to the UK.
And in the States, when someone says bit, they use the word little before it. So I'd like a little bit of blank. But in the UK, you could say, I'd like a bit of or a spot of. Next up, what's he on about?
Or to be going on about.
Yeah, going on about something.
He was going on about something that I can't be arsed to think about at the moment.
This is something which we never said before, but over the last couple of years, it's really wormed its way into our vocabulary, and now I can't seem to stop saying, what's he on about, or what's she on about, whenever I see someone complaining about something.
Now, what are you going on about?
I'll stop. You can
Let's
do the
move
next
on.
one.
The next one, and I really love this one, is Mardy Bum. I think this one is so funny. When I first heard it, I was like, I have no idea what that means. But now that I do, I appreciate it a lot because I know and have encountered many Mardy Bums in my lifetime. I have, in fact, been a Mardy Bum at one point in my life.
The fun thing about Mardy Bum is that because it's a Britishism, people here don't know what it means. And so it gives us a great way to talk about people that are behaving this way without them knowing that we are calling them a Mardy Bum. The next thing we started saying when we moved to the UK is gone off. When food goes bad, we used to describe it as just that. It went bad, it's going bad.
It expired.
Expired, yeah. But now, whenever I smell sour milk or find lettuce which has gone wilty, I say, it's gone off.
Do you smell the wilty lettuce?
I taste the wilty lettuce. Waste not, little ones.
The next Britishism, which I think I use more than any other Britishism, would be wee. And I use this in two senses of the word. So the first is like as an adjective to describe things. A wee bit of food, a wee bit of coffee, oh you wee thing. And the second way is to have a wee, or to need to have a wee. And I don't know if people in the States use the word wee in this way.
No, we'd say pee.
Yeah, we would say pee, but I think wee sounds a lot better.
It's a little bit less crass.
I don't know why, but it is.
Yeah.
It's less
like
crass.
what a child would say.
I need to have a wee.
Or a dog.
Does he need to have a wee?
He's sleeping, so I don't think he needs to have a wee quite yet. In addition to adopting a bunch of new Britishisms, drinking an unhealthy amount of tea, and developing a dangerous scone eating habit, another thing that we started doing when we moved to the UK was transferring money.
Not because we're loaded, which we are, with tea, but because we get paid in USD, and for some reason, everyone in the UK wants pounds sterling.
Yes, this is a tangent. Because now it's time to thank today's sponsor, Wise, formerly known as TransferWise. So buckle in and get ready for an Eric and Grace advert featuring terrible British stereotypes, Marmite, and possibly a dog.
Have you ever been stuck in this situation? You're sitting there waiting for the microwave to finish heating your tea and suddenly remember that you promised to wire money to your Aunt Phyllis to help bail her out of prison in Spain? Of course you haven't. Who microwaves their tea? But if you're like us, you really wish that there was an easy way to send and receive money from abroad.
During our 4 years of wandering and ravening about the globe, we've tried a lot of different money transfer apps, and frankly, most of them are kind of like Marmite. Half of people hate them, and the other half have Stockholm Syndrome. But don't worry, this story has a happy ending, because last year we stumbled across Wise and found the solution to our money transferring blues.
Here are two things we love about Wise. Wise isn't your bog standard money transfer service that bogs you down with hidden fees. Instead, Wise has 0 hidden fees and is on average 7 times cheaper than old school banks when you send, spend, or withdraw money internationally.
Number 2, if you need to send money, Wise enables you to transfer money to over 80 countries and convert over 50 currencies at bargain rates. So, if you haven't used Wise before and you're ready to transform your transferring, Wise is giving a free money transfer to every one of our subscribers who clicks the link in the description of this video and sets up a new money transferring account. So don't leave without clicking that link and claiming your free transfer of up to £500. You could say it's the wise thing to do.
Now we'll let you get back to the rest of the video, but not without giving you one more quick reminder to get Aunt Phyllis back from Ibiza. The next British word that has found its way into our vocabulary is the word right. Now, you use this one a lot more than I use it. I actually don't think that I've used this more as a result of living in the UK, but you definitely have.
I definitely, it's an addiction at this point. Every time I stand up to leave the room or to take the dog for a walk or to make a cup of coffee, I have started going, right.
And I can attest that this is true. Even when you're deciding what to do next, if you have come to a conclusion in your head, you'll say, right, and then you move on.
So even if I'm like working on the computer, I'm not changing locations, but I'm just working and I'll be like, right.
Exactly.
Okay. Next, the word zebra, or as we pronounce it now, zebra. Ever since coming back from the UK, I haven't been able to really say it the American way. It sounds so harsh and sharp.
Yeah, I can't actually remember the last time that I said zebra.
Zebra.
Zebra. It sounds like a weird, like, surfer slang. Zebra.
Yeah, what up, bruh? Zebra.
Zebra.
Next, ever since moving to the UK, we've found ourselves greeting people with a new word that we never used before. You see, here in the States, we say hi, hello, hey, but we don't ever say HIYA, which is something that people in the grand old UK say quite often.
The next British word that has made its way into our vocabulary is the word queue. We use this a lot. We say queue and queuing, standing in a queue, waiting in the queue.
I don't think we've used the phrase stand in line in about a year.
I just remember that I did use the word queue with an American and they were like, queue. Ha.
But there are some crossed wires in our brain because in the UK you say jump the queue. Here we say cut in line or cut the line. And I don't think I've quite gotten the jump the queue part. So what I've been saying is cut the queue.
Which doesn't sound right.
No. So we're not quite there with queue, but we're getting there slowly but surely.
The word kettle. We used to call it teapot. I think I called it teapot. More than anything else. Yeah, I guess hot water pot could also work, which is like so many words for the price of one. Kettle is so much better, and now we use kettle.
I'll put on the kettle, something we used to never say.
Let's put the kettle on.
And the next Britishism, which we have adapted, is the phrase crack on. As in, I better crack on.
Guess I'll crack on.
What did we say before?
Crack on can serve a number of different purposes. So you can say crack on as in like keep going, good on you. Crack on, Eric.
True. Yeah,
so it
crack
has like
on to someone else.
Yeah, crack on. You can say it to someone else, but you can also say like I better crack on or I guess I'll crack on. But if you were gonna say the equivalent in American English, what would you say? I better get going.
Yeah, or you go, you.
Good going. No, that's not right.
Good going. I think that works. Yeah, great job.
Great job. Yeah, I guess that.
Now we can say all of these things with one word. Crack on. And speaking of which, we better crack on. So thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you really enjoyed it. If you enjoy UK culture content and would like to get one new video every single week, do make sure that you subscribe. We put new videos out every Saturday.
And another thank you to Wise for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to hit the link in the description to claim your free transfer of up to £500.
Until next Saturday, I'm Eric.
And I'm Grace.
We're the Wandering Ravens.
And we'll see you in the next video.
Laters.